Hi.
This trip was kind of a whirlwind because we were trying to hit a lot of national parks in kind of a short time across Idaho, Utah, and Arizona. The first place we hit was Craters of the Moon National Park, which is a really cool park full of lava fields and lava tubes you can explore. Gavin really liked this one because he likes to do the Junior Ranger program where they're given a booklet and they get to kind of explore the park, and at the end they're given an oath to swear into and then given a badge. But this one's special because instead of being a Junior Ranger badge, it's a Lunar Ranger badge, which Gavin thought was really super cool. The second park we hit up was called City of Rocks, and up until this point it ended up being our favorite national park. It got beat by some later on, but it was really rugged and a place where a lot of people like to climb and explore. In fact, it's open completely to climbers of all different sorts, so it's really popular for that. But the camping sites there were just amazing. We didn't actually camp, but it's the first time in a long time that I've seen a park I really wanted to stay in for quite a while. Third park was Reef National Park, and I've got to say by far this was the coolest park we visited and probably currently our all-time favorite national park. The rocks and the scenery were just amazing. We actually got to drive about 2.5 miles down a dry riverbed, and then we hiked even farther in, and we were actually going to go down and see some petroglyphs at the end, but there was a flash flood warning and we could hear thunder in the distance and rain was pouring in. And so we decided that it was safer to turn around and go back than get caught down a dry riverbed several miles on foot. After the rains had passed, we ended up going to another part of Capitol Reef where there were some rock formations and did what April liked to call rock cavorting, which we're not really rock climbers, so it was more just climbing over some of the rocks and kind of exploring the area, but Gavin really enjoyed it until he started rolling around kind of near the edge and got himself in a little bit of trouble. Kodachrome Basin. It's a smaller park, but it kind of holds a special place in my heart because of my work with Kodachrome film. It's really beautiful, and we tried to do a little bit of hiking, but unfortunately the rains just kind of beat us, and we ended up not really getting to explore the park as much as I like. Maybe we'll go back at some point, but I'm just glad that I got to visit it at all. After Kodachrome Basin, we ended up going to Bryce Canyon, which was an amazing park. It's a very, very popular place for people to hike. But that means that there was a lot of people there. We ended up not spending as much time in the park as we probably could have, just because of the amount of people that were there. Finally, we ended up at Zion National Park, which is a very large park in Utah that is very, very popular for hiking and just the amazing rock displays. Unfortunately, again, like Bryce Canyon, even more so, there were just so many people. We kind of joked that this was the Disneyland of national parks because there were just people literally everywhere. In fact, they've limited it to only allowing tour buses going through the park, and you can't even drive your own vehicle just because of the massive amounts of people. Due to the heat and the people, we tried some hikes, but really it almost ruined the experience of this park for us. I'd really have liked to go in a season where there were not so many